Bossman show here with Rob Jeter, the coach of the Western Illinois Athletics. Coach, what's up with you guys in Illinois, man? How you holding up with all this COVID-19 stuff going around the world right now?
Well, I'm trying to do like everybody else, just try to figure it out, take it day by day.
I hear that, Coach. Now, Coach, you get yourself a new job, you hired a new university. This pandemic comes on us, so how has it been have to Zoom meeting with players and staff, FaceTime? Also, hire your staff amidst IFC people face-to-face per se, and how's it been trying to take over a new program, all that's going on around you in the world today?
Well, I think in our profession, we're used to things being hectic. We're used to things being fluid and on the move and just adapting and trying to make changes. So for me, it hasn't really been that big of a deal. Now, my home base right now is still in Minneapolis, so I'm not down in Illinois, but I'm getting a lot done on the phone.
I hear that. It actually kind of levels the playing field a little bit because, everybody's on the phone. They're having to get on a plane, fly here, fly there, You kind of everybody on the same with the size of the roads or the phones.
Well, my budget looks really good right now. I don't have to worry about trying to make sure that I'm not going over budget at the end of the year.
Hey, that's a key factor in everything.
That's right.
Especially you got there right. Well, Coach, what was about this opportunity in Western Illinois that really kind of caught your eye that you want to take this on and help this program return to prominence once again?
Well, I like building things, and part of being a coach is you like being a teacher, but I also like to build. And I'm from Chicago, which is only like 3.5 hours away. For me, it's a sort of homecoming. I did a lot of recruiting in that area, so I know the home base or that whole recruiting base right around Western Illinois with all the junior colleges that are there, some of the high schools. So I just kind of felt like it was right in my wheelhouse, a place I can be really comfortable.
And, Coach, as you know, a lot of players are in Chicago, in the Midwest, or Western Illinois area, in the Midwest in general, and Summit League kind of covers that area of the world right there, the Summit League does. So I feel like coming to this job with your background already in the area, it's a perfect match, like you said, for you to kind of do what you do and build this program up once more in the Summit League there.
Well, when you're doing a major rebuild like we're going to have to do out at Western, it does help being a veteran coach. It does help having experience and having rebuild programs before. And I remember being an assistant with Coach Bo Ryan when we took the job at Milwaukee. It reminds me a lot of that at that point. Milwaukee was still trying to figure its way, had only won 8 games the year before and been consistently right there. But when Bo came in, because of his relationships, he was able to get a quality of player that was a little bit different than what they were used to getting at Milwaukee. So we were able to build a very strong base, and then Coach Pearl came in and took it to championship levels, and I was able to come back and kind of follow suit. And I see Western just like that. I see a program that, because I've been around a little bit, got some pretty strong relationships, I think I can help establish a competitive team a lot quicker than if I was a new coach just figuring this thing out.
And, Coach, as it comes to building a team, what do you say are the key factors of building a team from the ground up? Because this is like a major rebuild, as you said.
Yeah.
So when you have that issue, what are the key things you want to kind of harp on in the beginning days as you set the foundation for this program and the culture going from year 1 to 2 to 3 and onward?
Yeah, well, I think right away we're trying to figure out a way to be competitive. And in this day and age, the transfer list and the transfer market is so much different and gives you more of an advantage than let's say 15 years ago. 15 years ago, it was you build it with freshmen, maybe a junior college transfer or two. But now the transfer portal is it's just out of hand. So you can get some players that you already know what they can do at this level. And now it's just about putting in the right pieces. So in order to compete in the Summit, it's a very tough league, some very veteran teams. We have to make sure that we're old enough to compete. So with the transfer market out there, I think the timing is pretty good to kind of help us hit the ground running and put together a team that can compete in the Summit.
And, Coach, what's that you learned from your first year as head coach going to help you now? Because I know we've done this job before. We're not a first-time guy. You just kind of learn things from your last stop in it. So what have you learned from your last time being a head coach to now that you can really help you as you build this program and get ready to compete in the Summit League this fall here?
Well, I can remember my first job, I had a pretty clear idea of what I wanted to do on the basketball court. Now I was young. I was a little more aggressive as far as my approach with players. And I think this time around, I not only do I understand what I want to do on the court, but then also understand how to handle the players better. I think how to run a program, and that's the most important part. I have a program to run. I have to manage staff. I have to make sure budget stuff that we were joking a little bit about earlier than that. You got to put together a schedule. My first time around, I was so overwhelmed. I sat down at my desk, and I just remember just put me in the gym. And then to get me out of this chair, I just want to get in the gym and work with players. I have a way better understanding now of everything else that goes along with running a program.
And, Coach, I know you had to play some guarantee games in Western Illinois to raise money for the university, of course, to help that budget there.
Mm-hmm.
Putting together a schedule. Now, do you want to give us some confidence early to get some easy wins, or do you want to try to, test them early and hopefully they'll be ready for summer league play, which I already know is tough because I know it's a tough balance to decide, who to play, who not to play, how hard to go, how not hard to go, and also knowing that to raise money now to play certain for the university. So how does that balance go for you now in Western Illinois, knowing that people probably want to play you because they think you're not as good right now? We'll definitely buy you. We don't mind because you're probably not going to be that good. So how does that balance work for you guys right now?
You know what? You hit it right on the head. It's funny because I'm getting calls from everybody. We'd love to play you, and I just chuckle and say, you know what? Then let's play. And I think we can take advantage of some of that. We definitely have to bring in money, so we have to really start with our buy games and making sure we're covering that. After that, then you want to try to schedule games that make sense geographically, where you can move around and go on the road, but not spend as much on travel. I think that would make sense. And then the second part of that would be, do you have a chance to compete? Can you beat those games, beat those teams? Because you want to establish some type of confidence early in your team so you can build some momentum going into those first early conference games.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Also, you want to keep your guys motivated because sometimes in non-conference, especially in a lower major school, the record kind of looks bad and guys sometimes get broken. You kind of tell them this is the business here. This is part of the course. We need to focus on our conference record, not so much the non-con. This is about business and trying to prepare us for conference play. Don't let them lose themselves seeing a 2-11 or 4-9, whatever it may be, because you're playing all these high major schools, tough components in November, December there.
Yeah, and you really don't want to do that. You don't want to. You want to try to build some excitement and some enthusiasm. You want your student population, you want your fan base to be excited to come in and see some of those early games, and especially those conference games. And if you're starting off 2-11, there's not a lot of excitement around that. So it is a balancing act. It's a juggling act that you have to make sure that if you can build a little bit of momentum, win some games, and schedule some of those buy games that you really have a chance to compete in. You're going to do it in a tough environment, but, you have a chance. I remember at Milwaukee, we had the opportunity to go into Wisconsin and pull off a victory, to Minnesota, pull off a victory, go down to DePaul and pull off some of those. And it was really good momentum for our team and for our fans.
And, Coach, one thing going to be key right now is keeping guys in shape. So the strength coach has probably been your right-hand man right now, trying to give these guys workouts to do while they're at home so they don't lose shape. So you don't come August or September, have to start from scratch to get guys in shape again. But you also will find out who really loves the game of basketball, who is dedicated to their craft, because they got to do it on their own right now because they can't have you guys to prod and push them right now with this COVID-19 pandemic where we're all at home right now.
Yeah, you're right, and you have to do it unconventionally, too, because you can't get into a gym. You can't really go outside on the courts because most of the courts right now in certain areas they've taken down the rims. So you have to figure out a way to do this at home, maybe in your driveway or in your house where you have some space. So you're right. This is a challenging time, but I also look at it as a fun time. Like you said, a fun time to see how dedicated some of your players are, how creative you can be. And for us here, we're starting from scratch. So I don't really have a lot of players right now, returning players that I really have to get with the strength coach. So my strength coach right now is taking it easy. I'm building a team from scratch. I got a lot of new guys coming in, but that's part of what we're looking for too. Guys that are competitive, guys that want to get after it and can do things on their own.
Now, Coach, with that being said, it has to be also fun for you to kind of figure out how do you want to play, because you got all these new guys coming in. I'm going to fit these guys into a puzzle to get it just right to compete every night. So it has to also be fun for you as a coach to be able to design, to figure out, okay, got this guy coming in, how I'm going to use him in this situation. So those thoughts going in your mind feel really good for you right now as well.
Yeah, like I said earlier, I really like building teams and building leaders and those types of things. So that takes planning. That takes preparation. I feel really fortunate and my time with Coach Ryan and with Marvin Menzies and Richard Pitino, I've had a chance to see some different things, to experience some new things, to kind of add to the base and foundation that I have, and it's just going to be better. I'm even more excited. But you're right. It's like right now we're just all chopping at the bit to get our groups together, because I'm not the only one that's trying to put together a team and just got a new job or a lot of transfers out there. So as a coaching staffs across the country, we're just chomping at the bit to be able to get our groups together and get to work.
Well, Coach Jeter, thank you for your time today. I'm glad you got the job. I also get another African American coach getting a job in the business. I know it's a lot, the kind of numbers have been going down, but glad that we added one of you for sure, yeah. Coach.
Well, I appreciate it, guys, and I love you guys to tune in and keep them.
Oh, we will do that, Coach. Anytime, man. Thank you for your time this afternoon.
Thank you, guys. Be safe.
We'll do, Coach. That's Rob Jeter on the Bossman Show.
For all your photo, video, and voiceover needs, check out the fine folks at Blueberry Productions. They will take good care of you. If you don't believe me, you can see for yourself. Check out their work at blueberryproductions.tv, the Facebook page, Blueberry Productions, also a Vimeo page, a YouTube page, and it's Blueberry, Blueberry, Prod on Twitter. Check them out today. Blueberry Productions, great people, great work, great service.
Hey there, your yard took a real beating this summer. Luckily, Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard has your back. Just feed your grass with Scott's again this fall when the air is cool and the soil is warm. It's the perfect time to give your lawn a boost. If you do, Winter Guard will give your yard the nourishment it needs to help weak, thin grass recover and support root growth, giving you a greener, more resilient lawn both now and next spring. Guaranteed. Grab a bag of Scott's Turf Builder Winter Guard today. You'll be back to barbecuing in no time. This is a Scott's Yard.
Hey parents, we all try to be extra careful with our children in the car, but then we get an important call or text. Remember, our children are watching. Make every drive a good example. Be in the zone. Turn off your phone. Visit childrenshospital.vanderbilt.org/BITZ to learn more about our teen driver safety program. Brought to you by Monroe Carroll Jr. Children's Hospital at Vanderbilt, the Ford Motor Company Fund, and the Allstate Foundation.
Hello, my name is Travis Williams, President and CEO of Academics and Athletic Consulting, focusing on educating and empowering tomorrow's collegiate athletic leaders. My passion is for the education and genuine concern and care for today's student athlete. It's the centerpiece of my life's work. A college education, both in and out of the classroom, is a truly rewarding benefit. For more information on AAC, you can go to www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Once again, www.academicsandathleticsconsulting.com. Or you can follow me on Facebook at Academics and Athletic Consulting, or Twitter at Coach TWill24, or Instagram Travis L. Williams 24. Or you can call me at 404-542-6079. Once again, AAC is very proud to partner with J.R. McHenry of the Bossman Radio Show, covering sports and entertainment across the country. Please tune in weekly for informative, entertaining, and expert analysis on today's sports and entertainment topics. Thank you.
All right, folks, back on the Bossman Show. Back at Bellinello with my man in Memphis, quarantined up, staying safe, J.C. Smith. Bruh, how life in the quarantine zone in Memphis, man?
Man, we're just taking it one day at a time, boss, man. Man, I hope everybody's being safe, everybody that's listening, doing everything you can, man. Wash your hands, just kick back, take this time, just enjoy your family, and just, we're gonna get through this one way or another here.
Yeah, and also, bro, like last week we missed the show, we gotta make sure that Uber Eats don't try to take us out either, bro, because had some chicken barbecue nachos that knocked the show offline last week because, was being quarantined and all. Did Uber Eats. The barbecue tasted good. The chicken nachos did, but, bro, it took me out. So be careful where you order at, too, right now, because it can backfire like it did on me.
Yeah, hey, man. Hey, that's why you got to cook, man. Don't eat out too much, Man, cook your own food, man.
Yeah, you know what's bad, bro, is that me and my woman cannot cook, so we both eat out.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hey, hey, man, well, she can take this time, get some cooking lessons, man.
Exactly. Hey, that's a great idea. Might be better than other ideas she may have, right?
Right. No doubt.
Yeah. Well, bruh, Brian Windhorst, ESPN, talked about the NBA's master plan to come back. A 25-day ramp up, 11 days of one-on-one workouts, and 14 days of training camp. Bruh, I just don't see how you can do this because 450 players, plus coaches, plus support staff, training staff, physios, chaplains, team media. So you got these people together. You don't know whether they're carrying the virus or not. This whole idea trying to have the season again, to me, bro, is just pie in the sky and far-fetched because it's just not feasible without enough testing and a vaccine. Because what happens if somebody tests positive? Do you shut it down again? So what's your thoughts on that, bro?
Man, it's tough, man, and I really feel bad for the commissioner Adam Silver because he's done a great job over these last few years and the things he's implemented and the way he's been so player friendly, man. But in this situation, it's tough because we just don't know. Like, okay, as far as you say, you want to implement a 25-day program. As far as getting players back conditioning, kind of like a training camp to get them ready to come back. But like you said, boss, as far as in the event, if, you do all of that and the player, a player or somebody in staff, an organization, test positive, then, at that point, what do you do? Do you, like I said, do you shut down everything again? And do we just, call it a day with this season? And I'm at a point now, honestly, boss, if we're talking June, July, is it imperative? Like, is it no pun intended, is it essential for us to even have a season at this point, for us to even crown a champion? Let's just, basically, hey, just say it was a wash this season to start back, in 2021. I'm more in favor of that because I don't want to see guys come back, guys get hurt, or like you said, God forbid somebody test positive, and then you're gonna be looking at like, what was the point for even coming back? Let's take this time, man. Like I said, it's a bigger goal in mind. Yeah, you want sports to come back, but more so, you want people to be healthy and you want this virus to be over with. So I'm actually in favor of let's just shut it down altogether. We just start back next season. Like I said, I know it's unprecedented. That's never happened, but I mean, I'm at the point where do we even need to crown a champion this year?
Yeah, like kind of like the MLB strikes is that's a incomplete year due to the pandemic. So,
right.
Whoever would think this?
Yeah.
And for me, bro, as a media member, I don't think I would feel safe going to the FedEx Forum or the State Farm Arena now because I don't know who got what, and I don't want to put myself in peril for $1, as I have to discuss with previous people. I don't feel safe going to an arena setting again right now. I don't care if it's a concert, a pastoral service, or a convention, or what have you. I don't feel like going around in a cluster of people who I don't know, who don't have it. This thing is silent. And viruses don't care whether you're black, white, Asian, Mexican, whatever. It don't care. It wants to find a vulnerable host to do its thing. So for me, I don't know how you feel as a media member. I won't feel safe going back into the arenas right now until they have a true vaccine that will work.
Absolutely. And like I said, and whenever, they do decide to resume and get back to playing, like the landscape has changed now forever. As far as how, the league will do things, as far as, the fans and, fans sitting courtside now as far as player interaction, the way that goes. Like, everything is going to change from this point going forward, man. So these are really unprecedented times. It's a new world that we're living in now. And like I said, sports is important, but it's like I said, it's a pandemic going on, man. We gotta be smart and just take our time. There's no rush, and they have the don't rush challenge going on right now on social media. Hey, don't rush the NBA, don't rush the NFL. Let's just take our time. Like, sports will be there. Let's just take our time and do right by the fans, do right by the players, and just. Let's figure this thing out. Let's get an actual plan in motion here before they actually, get back to playing and before it's we don't want to rush anything too soon.
Example, the CBA, Chinese Basketball Association in China, tried to get back going. They couldn't do it. They tried twice. And even in China, even in South Korea, even in Italy, even in Spain, even in France, they starting to roll back restrictions on the distancing, but the cases are spiking again. So that's clear evidence for over here. Adam Silver, Gary Bettman, Roger Goodell, Rob Manfred, Dana White, that, hey, it just ain't prudent right now. So there's a vaccine or some preventative therapeutic medicine that kind of stamp it out or tamper it.
Mm-hmm.
It ain't safe. And I will not have a job to be, I like breathing more than having money. I just do.
Yeah.
I'm not going to die for the Atlanta Hawks. I'm just being real about that.
Right.
I've told them this.
In
an email. And I mean it.
Yeah. It's big business right now. Of course, they want to, get back to playing. They, worry about all the money they're losing. And I understand all that, as far as the economics. But like I said, it's a bigger plan in mind, bigger goal in mind. As far as the people, and you want protect. Let's be human for once, as opposed to thinking about the bottom line, thinking about the dollars. Now let's actually be human beings and think about what's best for each other, as opposed to what's best for our pocketbooks. You know what I'm saying?
Correct. And also, we need to take this. Dak Prescott's called a lot of heat last week about. The workouts, him and Dez Bryant posted on social media when Texas had a stay-at-home order. Then, allegedly, Dak Prescott had a party for 30 people in his Prosper, Texas home on Friday night. And Dak and Ezekiel Elliott was there. So, bro, Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott are prime examples of some of us in the black community who just don't take this serious enough. Now, I feel like the problem was the initial narrative that, hey, black people cannot catch the coronavirus, COVID-19.
Right.
And, bro,
right,
it's a virus. And that's why when people say, I knew people can catch it, because guess what? It's a virus. Influenza and pneumonia, the common cold. Viruses don't care what race nationality you are. It just wants to find a happy host to do its thing. So, yes, it was going to catch it. But there are people who have been reckless who are that first narrative, oh, we can't get it. We're good. It's not happening to us. And now most of us are dying from are black people now. And Dak and Ezekiel Elliott not helping by not even caring about the social distancing rules, and Dez Bryant too.
Basically what Dak Prescott did, this is what he basically did. He said, oh, y'all thought me having a practice session, workout session with Dez Bryant and some other guys was in violation. Oh, wait, hold my beer. Let me show you I can top that. I can top that by throwing a party for 30 people. Yeah, I mean, okay, you can be young and you can be ignorant and, and really be naive about things, but Dak should know better. You know what I'm saying? Dak is not Joe Blow, down in Dallas having a party. Like, Joe Blow should know better also. But you're Dak Prescott. You are the quarterback of America's team. You should know better, man. There should have been an email directive. I'm pretty sure Jerry Jones or Rich Dalrymple or Stephen Jones, somebody in the Cowboys organization sent emails to all the players, telling them to avoid, contact and, you know what I'm saying? And then you're Dak Prescott, you still trying to sign a big deal. What if you, God forbid, if you got the virus? You know what I'm saying? Like, you just have to, you got to think, man. You really got to think. I understand you have a small gathering, a few people, family, but 30 people, that's 30 people, that could have came in contact with anybody. You know what I'm saying? You just don't know. You know what I'm saying? In that environment. So, yeah, that, you would hope that he would be smarter than that. He did the workout session, and then he said, all right, I'm going to top that, hold my beer. I'm going to go ahead and throw his party for 30 people. So, yeah, man, not a smart move at all by Dak. And, like I said, I don't know what to say about that, man. That's very lack of poor judgment there by him.
And who are your friends that leaked it to TMZ? So somebody in your company downed out to TMZ and then call the police on you. Think about that. One of your friends downed you out and called the police on you. Reevaluate your friends who you let in your house, dude. Furthermore, not thinking.
What about your friends?
Take the phones from the people. Well, there's no proof of I'm doing this stupid thing.
Mm-hmm.
Dak. And
yeah, man.
Just breaking, Christian McCaffrey, new deal. 4 years extension, $64 million, bro. What are your thoughts on McCaffrey getting $16 million a year on the extension? When the running back market's been suppressed, and after the Todd Gurley deal and Zeke Elliott deals, where those guys kind of then perform to their value of their contracts, do you think Christian McCaffrey, who was a smaller back, can live with the value of his deal? Yes or no, in your opinion, bro?
You know what? I'm not mad at McCaffrey because he's, I think next year or so he's going to win a MVP award because he's that talented, man, and he's an all-purpose guy, and I think $16 million. He reset the market. Zeke said last year with the $15 million. I think the overall total value, though, Zeke still, ranks number one in that department as far as the total value of the contract. But we know that Zeke will never see full $90 million of it. But yeah, I mean, hats off to McCaffrey, man. Dude, he's the real deal. He has he's elusive, man. He has great awareness. He can catch the ball with the best of them. He's a great back, as far as making his cut. He's just an all-purpose guy, man. And you can make an argument that he means more to the Panthers than what Zeke means to the Cowboys right now, going forward, man. So hats off to him. I'm not mad at the deal at all.
And the Texans, another trade for Brandon Cooks in a second round pick to pick 57 in the draft. This is my thing with that, bro. Cooks basically about the money DeAndre Hopkins make, pretty much. And he's worse. His history of concussions. So once again, what is Bill O'Brien doing in Houston? Do you think he may push Deshaun Watson out the door and say, "No, I'm not resigning here. Trade me. I'm done with you"?
Absolutely. Hell yes, he's pushing Deshaun Watson out the door, man. And if you're Deshaun Watson, why would you want to be there? This guy has given you nothing really to work with. He's giving you injury-prone receivers. You know what I'm saying? Like, he's giving you a Brandon Cooks. He was all right, okay, in New Orleans and everything. He was doing his thing, but he's concussion case at this point. And then, Will Fuller, he's like a broken down Ferrari. Every season he's getting hurt. He's fast, yeah, but, he's not a dependable guy as far as being on the field. Like who do you really have that you can go to as number one option? And then also Brandon Cooks is little. Is he even 6 foot?
He's not.
You know what I'm saying? Like, you really you're really not giving Watson, any weapons to work with, man. So, and Watson, you got to think about all the hits that he takes. All the sacks and all the contact that he takes, man. Like, you want to risk your body, for a coach who, is moonlighting as a GM, who really doesn't know what the hell he's doing. And if you're in a Texans ownership, like, why are you giving this guy all this power? And he really hasn't done anything to show that he's worthy of it. Yeah, y'all got to the playoffs, but the Texans always end up losing, first weekend or getting bounced second weekend. Like, he's never taken to a conference championship game. You're not going to a Super Bowl with this guy. as your coach or GM. So I think, it's time to really, I would strip him of his GM title. I give him another year coach, but as far as the GM thing, nah, Playboy, it's time to get out of there.
Yeah, you know what I thought about with the pandemic, bro, and college basketball and the NBA to a degree? It might save some guys their jobs because they really want to fire certain guys
yes, sir.
during this pandemic thing.
Yes, sir.
So I think the pandemic saved some guys in college basketball save their jobs, saves a job in the NBA too. So I feel like with Atlanta Hawks, Lloyd Pierce, he probably bought you another year.
Yeah. Yeah. Oh, you didn't say something.
Maybe a Mike D'Antoni another year, maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe a James Borrego.
Absolutely, man.
Steve Clifford with Orlando.
Yeah. Yeah, you talking about college basketball. Look down there in Austin, man.
Shaka Smart.
This pandemic may have saved Shaka Smart's job. And not only did it save his job, but he's going to probably end up with the top 5 recruits in the country in Greg Brown. You go add him to a team, you add Greg Brown to the team next year, you're looking at a team that's going to be, preseason top 25, top 20, and going to make the tournament next year. And they were actually going to make it a push to make the tournament this year as well, man. So, yeah, like this thing is terrible, as far as, COVID-19, but some guys, some players, some coaches are going to be for the better, once we get through all of this, man.
Yeah, most definitely. And last story I want to talk about is the XFL. They folded again. They filed for bankruptcy. And we found out that Vince McMahon had 23% of their WWE stock in the XFL. The rest of it was other shares he sold. Bro, the spring football idea is just never going to really work, man, because it was not football since people don't really care about football. Maybe if you play the games on Tuesday or Wednesday nights during the week, during football season, maybe that'll work better. Because there's no football those nights, unless it's a MAC game or something like that. But if it's not during football season, if it's not on Tuesday, Wednesday, it's not going to work. And Vince McMahon might realize that for finally save himself some money. Maybe the pandemic actually saved him some money. He was bleeding into this XFL project.
Poor XFL. I was really hoping. I was rooting. How Tyra Banks said, I was rooting for the XFL to make it, man. It seemed like, this is going to be their season, their time to really, push through and have like a minor league system for the NFL. But I mean, the pandemic, crushed those dreams, man. But even before the pandemic, I think it was kind of starting to go downhill as far as the appeal. Like, the first week or two, everybody was into it, watching the games. But after a while, it's, generic football. I think as far as a minor league system, yeah, it works in baseball. It works in basketball to a certain degree. But the NFL, man, it's such a it's king over everything, man. Like, so even a minor league football, or it just doesn't really it doesn't interest you after a while. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know if the XFL, even if there was no COVID-19, I'm not sure if the XFL will lasted for a number of seasons anyway.
Can you believe this? If the AAF lasted longer than the XFL did by default.
Damn. And now you talk about a debacle, man. Like, we had a franchise here in Memphis, the Memphis Express, I believe. And I mean, we did have Johnny Manziel for a game or two here, but other than that, man, like, guys, their checks were bouncing. The sponsors weren't being paid. Like, it was bananas here, man.
Yes, the Alliance of American Football. The Alliance in the Alliance.
Even the name, the name. Your league is bootleg, the Alliance of American Football, the app league, man. Come on, man. I'm not playing no app league, man.
Exactly. It sounds like a wrestling tag team, the Alliance.
Yeah, man. What? Yeah, man. It was bogus from the start, man. Just
yes.
Bad idea.
Remember the XFL team, the Memphis Maniacs? They wore them green uniforms, was all awful.
Mm-hmm. I remember.
You know what my team was? The Las Vegas Outlaws. He hate me. That was my guy. He hate me.
He hate me. Yes, sir.
That's always gonna last. He hate me. I like that.
Yeah, man. What was the guy's real name?
Rod Smart. Played for the Panthers.
That's right, Rod Smart.
Yes.
Yeah, he played that Super Bowl on that Super Bowl team with Carolina back in 2003,
He sure
right?
did.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
He hate me. Well, bruh, I can say he hate the disease. He hate the virus. Or, hell, I hate the virus. So, but the quarantine life must keep on going. Well, bruh, stay safe in 901. They got a lot of cases there. A lot of cases in Atlanta, too. Trying to stay safe out here, listeners and family. So, bro, you want to say anything to listeners before we got here for the day, brother?
Hey, man, like I said, I always appreciate the love, boss. Shout out to everybody that's listening, man. Appreciate you guys. And, we're going to keep doing what we do, and we just going to, like I said, we're going to make it, man. We're going to be all right. We're going to come through this even better on the other side.
No
man.
doubt. JC Smith, JC Sports Report on the Bossman Show. Folks, be safe. We out here.
It's maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer. All the stars are closer.
Tell me what you gonna do to me. Confrontation ain't nothing new to me. You could bring a bullet, bring a sword, bring a morgue, but you can't bring the truth to me.
Alexa, play Kendrick Lamar and SZA.
Okay. Maybe the night that my dreams might let me know. All the stars are closer.
With Amazon Music, a voice is all you need. Get tens of millions of songs. Download the Amazon Music app today.
Folks, back on the Boss Man Show. Time for Boss Report. One man, Bones, out again, bring you all the Florida craziness. Bone, how's the quarantine life treating you, man? I need some Florida foolishness to pick up your spirits up there in Jersey, man.
Yeah, the quarantine life, for me, I'm a natural homebody. So when they told us to stay inside, I got a fully furnished basement. I got 2 TVs down here. I got PS3, PS4. So for me, I'm like, okay, you want me to stay home? You want me to just chill out and drink beers and watch old sports on DVR? Okay. So quarantine life for me is pretty well. Only thing I have a problem with is the homeschooling because I'm teaching my 14-year-old son, all the binomials that I haven't learned in 30 years. Now I have to relearn myself. So other than the homeschooling, quarantine life is okay.
I'll be good if my neighbors weren't out having parties and bringing potential virus carriers towards my property and also to my neighbors. My yard is not your dog's crap house. Yes, Bone, I've had to go outside 4 times and tell different neighbors, your dog is not to crap in my freaking front yard. If you have a yard, let your stupid animal crap in your own yard.
Yeah, good point. I will say that I am blessed. We have great neighbors, a great block. Everyone is being respectful. Everyone's keeping distance. We do have porch parties where we all stay on our porch and have a few libations, but we're at a good distance. But there's no cookouts. There's no dogs on our yard. So I'm blessed. I can imagine how irksome it is for you.
Man, what you said. Well, folks, you've been waiting on it. It's time for it. It's here. It's the Boss Report. All right, Bone. First story is this, man. Florida man arrested for hitting a restaurant worker with a chair because they gave him ketchup with his meal from Old Charlie's.
So he didn't get ketchup? He wanted ketchup?
Yes, he hit the waiter with a chair.
So did he think by hitting a dude with a chair that he gonna get more ketchup?
Like he did. He also pinned it for the 1, 2, 3, which is against our rules right now.
These cats kill me how they don't think about the consequences. If you want more ketchup, just keep asking. Be a pain in the butt and keep asking. But if you hit a dude with a chair, you're not getting any more ketchup. That's probably the bottom line of the whole story. You're not getting what you want hitting a dude with a chair and then pinning him for 1, 2, 3.
But why are you going to pin him and we're in this social distancing world? Why did you pin him? You can give you the virus, you give him the virus.
Old habits are hard to break. If you see a person down prone, you got to go to 1, 2, 3. I guess he probably has old habits or hard to kill.
He didn't watch too many classic matches, right? He felt the spirit. If he hit him with a chair, he hit him with a chair king. Hit a chair king.
Yeah. He's probably got a whole bunch of box CDs downstairs or on his DVR, or the network is probably playing all these matches. Probably say, you know what? It's in his blood. He had to do what he had to do.
Yes, got this. I hope you catch corona. Florida man arrested after coughing on deputies and threatening to kill his mom, and so I'm going to kill you with the Rona now, too.
He did what?
Yeah, he said, I hope you catch corona. He was arrested for coughing on deputies, threatened to kill his mom, told deputies, I'm going to kill you, too, with the Rona.
The Rona. That's going to be the new catchphrase now going forward in our lives. You know, it's not going to be, I'm going to shoot you. I mean, I'm going to cough on you. But that's going to be the new threat, death threat going into today's society. These cats are crazy, man. I'm going to cough on you.
Yes. Oh, get this. This was caused by the idiot in chief. Florida man arrested after cutting off his Johnson after CVS not giving him a prescription for hydroxychloroquine has been pushed by a certain idiot at the podium every day at Pennsylvania Avenue that it's like a malaria drug. He wanted it. They can give it to him. They cut off his Johnson and he threatened to kill the pharmacist for making him cut off his Johnson.
Again, going back to the guy with the ketchup problem, what is your end game? If you're going to cut up your own junk, do you think you're really going to get what you want? It kind of defeats any kind of purpose in life to mangle and maim your own self and then think that maybe you're going to get what you want. And for this idiot to follow the fool in chief, this is the same guy that had a My Pillow spokesman at the podium once. So why are you listening to this fool anymore?
Correct. Man, that's terrible. Oh, goodness gracious. We got this Florida man awakes from coma, asks for Taco Bell, and he gets topped off by a nurse.
Hey, I think, I speak for all of us. If I wake out of a coma, that might be my first request as well. Some fast food and coffee. I mean, what man would not want that upon waking up from a coma? This might be the only time I won't fault a Florida man for being asinine, because it might be not too far from my roots as well.
But get this. Florida man who hates Italians arrested after making fake orders to New Jersey pizzerias.
See, now he's gone wrong here, man. He's calling pizzerias and putting in orders.
Yes, in New Jersey. He's in Florida.
So he's costing these pizzerias money. And trust me, I'm a child of Jersey, born and raised here. I was raised in an Italian town that was 99% white, 90% Italian. You don't mess with their money, with their business. As small as it may seem, pizzeria money, that adds up. But you're messing with people's money and their payroll. And again, you got to know your consequences because they can find you.
Correct. Also got this. Florida woman arrested for distributing corn-filled Easter eggs to random homes.
Corn-filled Easter eggs?
Yes.
So, wait, it's like those plastic eggs kind of thing?
Yes, but they're more larger size with a DVD inside of them.
And you have to little kids?
Yes.
Now, see, that would be a pretty cool idea if that was an adult-themed Easter party. But you're handing out these little types out there that all they want to do is get like Cadbury eggs and dollar bills. That's just messed up, man. People are sick, man. I mean, it's one thing you're going to do at like an adult theme party, but to do it with the children, man, come on.
Exactly. This story is even weirder. Florida man arrested after cutting off his own Johnson due to the fact that the commode wouldn't flush down his dookie.
Ah! So now the commode flushed down a dookie and a Johnson. Like what? Again, what is your end game, sir? I mean, just get a plunger or do something, but to have your own Johnson now cut off, what are you going to do next time you got to go to the bathroom? I mean, because now you're gelding. So what are you doing yourself?
Correct. That's pathetic. Oh my goodness. Florida man arrested after hitting man with a propane propane tank for getting the last Snicker bar at the gas station.
That Snicker bar must have, what is it, a king size Snicker bar?
Regular size.
Oh, man. See, for those king size joints, it might be all bets off. But come on, man. I know that commercial. See, now, he just gave Snickers Company a free idea. When this whole panic thing ends and all goes normal again, they have a perfect commercial. Why wait? Hungry? So now you're going to get a dude in the gas station hitting a dude with like a propane tank or a steel chair and saying, that's how much you need a Snickers bar right now. See, he just gave the free advertising.
Man, only in Florida. Here we go. Florida man catches 33-inch fish off the coast of Florida using Publix fried chicken as the bait.
Ha! You could have called me with that fried chicken, but that fish, man, must have been like a park carnivore. I don't know. That sounds odd. Like, I've gone fishing before. I use different types of things, but some Publix fried chicken, that's new. That's creative.
Well, get this. Florida woman and her Florida man dad hit with a bat after breaking the rules of social distancing in the neighborhood.
Hit him with a bat?
Mm-hmm.
His own kid?
Well, they both got hit. They were walking together closely. And a neighbor masked up and hit them both with bats. Close to each other.
What is the purge? What is this? What's going on? Who does that?
Exactly. Exactly. Oh my God.
Yeah. That's wild, man.
Let me go get my gear on and go out here and mask up and knock you out with bats. Great.
All you need to hear is the purge siren going off, and then it's all suitable.
Man, oh man. Florida man arrested after exposing himself at McDonald's drive-thru saying, quote, "This is what I'm paying for the meal with. My steak."
So he's gonna buy a number 2 extra small.
Pretty much. Golly. Only in Florida.
I know this. I love your state.
Oh man. Florida man was caught illegally fishing in the Dry Tortuga Ecological Reserve and gets caught with 134 fish that he illegally caught.
134?
Yes.
Man, he lost all. That's a hell of a haul, man. But so now, what do they do with all that fish? They're like, because they're dead apparently. So what do? You can't throw them back.
Yeah.
Are you gonna? So what do you do with all that fish, man? Are you giving to homeless? Are you giving to a good cause? Are you, if you're the officer, are you keeping for yourself? Like, what's that game there?
Yeah, because that was definitely a wrong move by Florida man. Very wrong move. Oh man. Florida man arrested after intentionally coughing on a grocery store employee saying, quote, "Now you got it."
Wow. Now, see, whether the poor victim got it or not, the aggressor is going to get it in a different way. He's going to catch the beat down of his life, man. Even if it's nothing, it's harmless type of sick prank, you got to get beat down for that, man. At today's time, you got to get beat down hard for that.
What's he said? Florida woman denied vodka at liquor store, uses a vacuum to beat down the cashier and other customers inside the liquor store.
Where do you get a vacuum from? If you're a lady,
exactly.
Are you walking the liquor store with a vacuum in your hand? Where do you get a vacuum from? Do you take it from a stock boy and they start beating down everyone with a vacuum? I haven't had vodka in a while because of this pandemic. I kind of run low on the good stuff, but I kind of understand as being frustrated because you don't have any good stuff at home. But what are you doing? Like, you're beating someone down with a vacuum to get to the vodka. And do you think your vodka's coming to you now after beating down the dude with the vacuum?
They never see that far ahead.
No, they don't. No.
Oh man. Florida man faces federal charges for stone cold stunning a police officer. Brady hit him in the head with beer, spitting on him, pinning for the 1, 2, 3, claiming to have COVID-19 to boot.
He did the officer?
Yes, he wasn't one of us.
He's still alive?
He's alive.
He's not one of us then, right?
Not one of us. You got that right.
Yeah, because Keith Faith was still alive. So, I started smiling instantly when I heard Stone Cold Stunner because I missed that. So I'm glad to hear that Stone Cold Stunner, it made our list tonight. And the 1, 2, 3 though is reckless. I mean, the 1, 2, 3, like I said before, with our distance, that's kind of reckless. But hit him with the beer can,
yes,
and the stunner. That fits. That's the description of Florida man.
Oh, it gets worse. Florida man sets up wrestling ring in front yard, hosts matches during the pandemic, saying, quote, "We having Rona mania."
That's actually pretty creative for a Florida man. But, it's not the time now, guys. It's not the time to be doing all this extra stuff. I mean, to build a ring and everything, that's pretty cool. To have, guys one-on-one and all this contact and rolling around on the mat together, that's reckless, but it's so Florida.
Yes. And it gets so also Florida. Florida man arrested trying to order a burrito at the bank.
How baked was he? He had to be on a Taco Bell 2 a.m. run and was just baked out of his mind and thought he was going to get some burritos.
Oh, he came in the bank naked too. Also, came in the bank naked too.
Oh yeah, he was half baked. He walked in thinking, I don't need you to stay in clothes. I don't need clothes. I thought a burrito and go. Can you imagine being online and seeing this dude walk in butt naked? I can't imagine the sight that is. And why are people still going to banks anyway right now at this time?
Remember, the dumb governor of Florida don't really have a stay-at-home order that's strong. It's very weak.
Oh, that's ridiculous. I mean, I'm not messing around with anything right now publicly. Right now, that's crazy. Just the fact that your governor is not enforcing these things and not taking it serious and listening to some wacko in D.C. That's
he's a stooge of that wacko. He's a stooge.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, that's not good, man.
Yes. We got this. 3 more to go. A Florida man who drank a bottle of wine that he was unable to pay for at Winn-Dixie then fled the store, ran a red light, and caused a hit-and-run crash all with an 11-year-old girl in the front seat with him.
Wow. Father of the year, huh?
Yes.
A whole bottle of wine, that's about 5 glasses full. So he downed that quickly and then ran out?
Correct.
That must hit him real quickly once he got in that car. And to have a child in your car next to you, that guy is going to go in for a little bit. I can imagine.
Get this. Florida man says maintain at least one large alligator distance apart from each other. It tells a Florida County Post tells his residents. So you gotta stay within at least one large alligator distance of each other. How about telling 6 feet? Why is it so complicated?
No, because in Florida they don't use inches and centimeters and feet. They go by alligators and beer cans. So you gotta stay in Florida. You gotta stay 12 beer cans away from me, or one whole alligator with me. So that's how they measure things in Florida. I thought you were probably up on that. That's the new currency measurement. They use alligators and beer cans.
I wasn't aware of that, so now I wasn't aware. Oh man, oh god, the final story is disappointing. Florida woman tries to teach kids from home during quarantine. Gets sent porn during digital learning session in which she then pulls down her bra and shows the kids her twat.
What? Oh, so her own kid?
Well, she was leading the group session, and so one of the kids in her pony, and she decided to expose herself.
She has problems beyond Florida woman, because they don't treat the pedophiles and child harmers very kindly, behind bars. So she's in it for a far worse time than you imagine, and is well deserved.
Exactly. Well, Bone, this has been an extended version of the Boss Report this week. What is your thoughts on this week's report?
Steel chairs across the back for 1, 2, 3. Stone Cold Stunners with beer cans all over you for 1, 2, 3. And learning new Florida math, beer cans and alligators. That was probably my top story to hear that Florida has now converted to alligators and beer cans as new metric measurements.
Yeah, and also my man went to the bank with a burrito. And furthermore, why are banks still open?
Yeah, exactly. On the more serious point, why are things not shut down in Florida as they are up here in Jersey, New York area? Why are you even able to walk in a bank for people anyway? That's ridiculous.
And my uncle mentioned the wrestling ring in the front yard for Rona Mania.
Oh, I'll tell you what. My good friend, Kevin Knight, he runs the IWF Wrestling Federation up here in New Jersey. He, as a kid, would put together wrestling matches in his backyard with ring posts and ropes and everything. So he was ambitious enough even then. Now he's built a mini empire for IWF. So I get that point. But you're in the Rona era now. You can't be doing that in the Rona era, having these cats wrestle each other and sweat each other and cough each other and, roll around together. You can't have that, man. That's ridiculous.
Correct. Bone, appreciate your time, my brother. This has been a great Boss Report. As always, stay safe in Jersey, and I will stay safe here in Georgia and try to avoid the ignorance of my neighbors.
Yes, sir. You do that, man. I wish you had my neighbors. So I wish that upon you. I wish they get common sense soon.
Yes, indeed. Well, folks, stay safe. It's the Boss Report. Boss and Bone. We out.
And if you don't know, now you know.